Alright, this will cover how to do the payroll tax expense for the employer's share. And this is merger company. They have 10 employees. They earn $2,200 per month for each employee. And then they have been employed since January 1st. Their FICA is 6.2%. So this is the employer share, which matches the employee share from their gross wages. And it's on the first $118,500 paid to each employee. Clearly, they have not met that threshold. And 1.45% for gross pay as it relates to the $2,200 for those 10 employees. And then you got your FUTA and SUTA, which relate to your unemployment. The employers are the ones responsible for paying these percentages to the federal government and the state. And it's only on the first $7,000, and because it is January 1, and we're in January, no employee has met that threshold. So let's go ahead and first take the $2,200 and multiply that by 10. So the employer is paying it based on $22,000, and then we're going to multiply that by the Social Security rate, which is 0.062. So our first amount is $1,364. Now I did not set up my journal entry yet, but the first debit is going to be to our payroll tax expense. That'll be our debit. And then our first credit will be to our FICA, Social Security, and that's where that $1,364 is going to go. I'm just going to go ahead and list all the accounts that are going to be credited. So I'll have them here: FICA, Medicare, tax payable second, and then the employer is also going to be paying, let's see, FUTA, so that's federal unemployment tax payable. Where'd you go? Federal unemployment tax payable, and the SUTA, which will be the state unemployment. So those will be the accounts that will be credited. So again, we'll go back to our $22,000 for all 10 employees. Oops, too many. And we'll multiply that by our Medicare rate, which was 1.45%. So that'll be let me start over. 0.0145. So that's 1.45%. Multiply that by the $22,000 for all 10. And I get $319. So I'll plug that in for my next credit. And then my FUTA, again, the rate, going back to the problem, is 0.6%, so that's 0.6%. So I'm going to punch that into my calculator, 0.00, and then the 6, and then multiply that all by 22,000, and we will get $132 for the FUTA portion. And then the last credit is to the state. We'll use the 5.4%, and I lost my calculator. So 0.054, multiply that by the 22,000, and we get 1188. So we'll plug that in. And I think I moved my screen. Move this up. 1188. And then what it'll do is add up these 4 amounts. So let's go ahead and get the calculator and add them up. So I add them up. 3,003 is the total, all 4 of these amounts. And the payroll tax expense for the employer is complete. Now keep in mind, this is in addition to the journal entry that you record for your employees. And if there were any other benefits that the employer was responsible for paying, they would also record it at this time. Oh, and it happens to be at the end of March. So at March, there would be, what, $2,200 for each employee. So they're still at the $6,600. They haven't met the $7,000 after those 3 months. Any questions, post in Canvas discussion or Google Hangout. And remember, today is a great day to learn accounting.